evidence of God's design around us. The Bible tells us that God originally planned a world that worked perfectly, where everything and everyone fit together in harmony. God made each of us with a purpose to worship Him and walk with Him. Sin. Life doesn't work when we ignore God and His original design for our lives. We selfishly insist on doing things our own way. The Bible calls this sin. We all sin and distort the original design. The consequence of our sin is separation from God in this life and for all of eternity. Now, brokenness. Sin leads to a place of brokenness. We see this all around us and in our own lives as well. And we realize life is not working. We begin to look for a way out. We tend to go in many directions, trying different things to figure it out on our own. Brokenness leads to a place of realizing a need for something greater. Gospel. At this point, we need a remedy, some good news. Because of His love, God did not leave us in our brokenness. Jesus, God in human flesh, came to us and lived perfectly according to God's design. Jesus came to rescue us, to do for us what we could not do ourselves. He took our sin and shame to the cross, paying the penalty of our sin by His death. Jesus was then raised from the dead to provide the only way for us to be rescued and restored to a relationship with God.
Simply hearing the good news is not enough. We must admit our sinful brokenness and stop trusting in ourselves. We don't have the power to escape this brokenness, and on our own, we need to be rescued. We must ask God to forgive us. Turning from sin to trust only in Jesus. This is what it means to repent and believe. Believing we receive new life through Jesus, and God turns our lives in a new direction. When God restores our relationship to Him, we begin to discover meaning and purpose in broken world. Now we can pursue God's design in all areas of our lives. Even when we fall, we understand God's pathway to be restored. The same good news of Jesus. God's Spirit empowers us to pursue His design and assures us of His presence in His life, in this life, and for all eternity. Now that you have heard this good news, God wants you to respond to Him. You can talk to Him using words like these. My life is broken. I recognize it because of my sin. I need you. I believe Christ came to life to live, die, and was raised from the dead to rescue me from my sin. Forgive me. I turn from my selfish ways and put my trust in you. I know
Jesus is my Lord. How about you?